Hello students, welcome to Medical360. Every student who is trying to pursue PCB at this point in time, their ultimate dream would be to study at one of the AIIMS. In all, there are about 20 AIIMS that we have in the country. In fact, 20 to 23 have been established, but 20 are operational. And hopefully as we move along, one or two might get added. But it's very important for you to know what does it take to get into AIIMS. Is it the score, is it the rank, or is it both? Obviously, it's the rank. And you will also know when I'm in my presentation of how the rank varied based on the scores over the years, so that you understand that targeting the score is not the best case. It's about how you get into it relatively in terms of the rank is very important for you.
काफी स्टूडेंट्स टॉप कॉलेजेस लूज कर देते हैं गलत काउंसलिंग डिसीजन की वजह से, लेकिन ये मिस्टेक आप अवॉइड कर सकते हो क्योंकि इंडिया के बेस्ट जेईई और नीट काउंसलर्स आ रहे हैं आपकी सिटी में। तो यहां मिलेगा आपको एक्सपर्ट गाइडेंस कॉलेज, ब्रांच एंड एडमिशन पर, और सीट्स होने वाली है लिमिटेड, तो अभी के अभी आप जाकर रजिस्टर कर सकते हो।
Before I move further, 3 requests that I always have for all students. Please subscribe to Medical360. We're going to cover a lot of stuff that will be very interesting for you so that you get into the best course career of your choice. The second thing is, if you want to talk to any of our counselors, please write to us in the message box. We'll have one of our counselors call you up. And if you want me to cover any other story, anything that is of importance to you, which you are at this point in time in a dilemma, please write to me here in the message box and we'll try to cover that for you. Now I'll come back to the AIIMS thing, right? How many AIIMS are there? How many seats are there? What does it take for you to be a part of the AIIMS, institutions? And in terms of the open category rank to everything that is there, I'll show you exactly everything, right? So we're talking of, at this point in time, the ranking of AIIMS, the category wise cutoff, and the seat matrix also of the AIIMS, right? If you just go back to the number of students, first of all, you need to understand what is the competition that you have. When you look at competition at this point in time, there are about 22.9 lakh students who appeared for the NEET 2025 examination. 22.76 lakh, registered, and 22.09 lakh students appeared. Before that, it was 23 lakh and then 20 lakh and all, right? But it's been consistently raising, but for this particular year where it's fallen, but you can safely expect this time around about 23 to 24 lakh students appearing for the NEET examination. So what you have is 23 to 25 lakh students actually compete for a seat into AIIMS. Each of, what you are dreaming of is what 23 to 24 lakh students are also competing for the same thing. Which means the appeared percentage is 97%, but more importantly, we are looking at 22 to 23 lakh students appearing for the examination. Now moving ahead, how many AIIMS are there? There are in all about 20 AIIMS that you have in the country, and the number of seats is 2,600. We are hoping that by the time you write the examination, this might be 21, this might be about 2,700 or something, because Madurai is on its way, and because there are 3 more AIIMS that are not functional, hopefully even if one of them gets functional, we're adding another 100 plus seats kind of a year, right? And the last closing rank in 2024 was 8,765, but when it came to 2025, it became 7,143. So very clearly the competition is intensified, or students are making a big choice of getting into AIIMS and giving up anything else. The fact is that the highest closing rank in the open category has become 7,143 in 2025. It was 8,765 earlier. So if you get anything more than 7,500 kind of a rank next year, it will be a big challenge for you to get into any of the AIIMS. In which case, it's far better that you get into some of the better public institutions in your states or better deemed universities, if you can actually get into that, or if you can pay for that, because the deemed university fee is very, very high, and that becomes a challenge for a lot of you. In which case, it's at times better to choose one of the public institutions. But AIIMS is out there, and that is very, very good for all of you. Now, what are the AIIMS that you have? These are the AIIMS that we're dealing with. The number one AIIMS in the country, which is also the best medical, college in the country, is AIIMS New Delhi. It's ranked number 1 in NIRF ranking. Then AIIMS Rishikesh, which is 13th best. So you actually have in between them another 11 institutions which are not, better than AIIMS Rishikesh based on NIRF ranking, which is Government of India ranking. So it's not my ranking, it's a Ministry of Education, Government of India ranking, which is ranking these institutions. And between 1 and 13, there are 11 other medical colleges which are better than AIIMS Rishikesh. Which is where I'm saying, at times it might be worth your while to look at other options also and not just go by AIIMS only. And the same thing holds good for IITs, NITs and IIITs also, because AIIMS Delhi is in a different league and every other AIIMS is in a different league. All AIIMS don't become AIIMS Delhi and vice versa. And that is something that you must understand, because the same thing is happening in every national institution that you have. IITs also, you have the best IITs and then you have the baby IITs. IIMS, you have the best IIMS and baby IIMs. In NITs, you have the best NITs and baby NITs, and so on and so forth. So you must look at it very closely. The 11, then AIIMS Bhubaneswar, AIIMS Jodhpur, AIIMS Patna, AIIMS Bhopal, AIIMS Raipur. After that, by the way, the government of India ranked 50 medical colleges. The others are not even in the ranking, which means they're not even in the reckoning in terms of the quality of education that they deliver. You also have the seats next to it. AIIMS Delhi has 132 seats. Rishikesh has 125 seats. Bhubaneswar has 125 seats. Jodhpur has 150 seats. Patna has 125. Bhopal has 125. Raipur has 125. Nagpur has 125. Mangalgiri has 64. Deoghar has 125. Moving further, Gorakhpur has 125. Kalyani Nadia has 125, Raebareli has 100, Bibinagar has 100, Bathinda has 100, Vijaypur has 100, Guwahati has 100, Bilaspur has 100, Rajkot has 69 and Madurai has 50. So those are 20 AIIMS that we're talking of, and the number of seats also you're very clear, and in all they have 2,600 seats. We're hoping that one more AIIMS takes shape by the time we come for this particular admission cycle, in which case the 2,600 will become 2,700 kind of a number. Now the big thing of how do you get into that? Let's talk of New Delhi. And through New Delhi, I'll explain to you how the score variance and the rank variance also happens. That also is very important for you to understand, because a lot of students, what they do is they say that I'm aiming for 650 plus. Yes, it is very good for you to aim for 650 plus. But in certain times, the 650 plus will not take you anywhere. And in certain times, even 630 plus would get you a seat. And that is what you need to understand. Now look at this particular thing. AIIMS Delhi is what we're looking at. We're talking of what is the rank at which you can get into AIIMS Delhi. In 23 at open category, we're talking of open category now. At rank 57, the last seat was filled in. When you came down to 24, it became 47, the last seat was filled in. And last year it was 48. So typically, anything above rank 50, you don't stand a chance as you move along, because AIIMS Delhi seems to be the most competitive of the lot. And in the open category, rank 47, 48, 49, 50, you actually finish off everything. 23 was an exception. Now look at another thing also, right? I talked to you about the score versus rank variance. Now look at this. Here, score 715, which is rank 47. Now you come down here, 656 is the thing. Right? Now, if you think about it, the variance is about 60 marks. 60 marks is the variance, and 60 marks is almost about 9% of the score that you're dealing with. At 9% variance also, you could get into it in 2025, which means the 2025 paper is extremely difficult as compared to 2024. And in my opinion, there seems to be something dramatically changed here, which we all know, by the way. There is some changes in the pattern and the difficulty level of the questions that have come up. But this seems to be the case, and this is the new normal, is my perception moving forward. There seems to be a definite shift here, because if you now notice here it was 706 got you 57 rank, which means 715 would have got you 47 rank. Same thing here, right? But here at 656 you got 48 rank. So what you're essentially dealing with is a rank for AIIMS Delhi. It's about anything more than 50, you don't stand a chance. Up to 50, you have a sliver of a chance. Anything better than 47, you definitely have a chance. So here at 48 rank, you are getting at 656. Then at an All India rank of 632 score, you're getting 207 rank for OBC. And All India rank of 254, you will get EWS. All India rank of 644, you will get, in SC, and in All India rank 1405, you will get 600. But in a sense, if you now look at it, for you to get into AIIMS Delhi, whatever the category you're dealing with, you need to be at least 600 marks. At least 600 marks, going up to 656 for the open category and coming down to 600 for the SC/ST category. And this is very important for you to know, that the quality of students who are intake in this institution, despite whatever you talk of, whatever category, is so high that at rank 1405, you exhaust all the options. Or at score 600 plus, you exhaust all the options. And you need to be about 660 kind of a score to have a chance of getting into AIIMS if this pattern holds, and in my opinion, this pattern will hold as you move along. So we're dealing with at least 48 ranks, or anything more than 50, you don't stand a chance in AIIMS Delhi. But this is very important for you to understand in terms of the score versus rank matrix. Earlier I talked of how many seats are there and how many AIIMS are there and all those things. This also is very important for you. Now the next one, now that you understood the whole thing, for AIIMS Rishikesh, 610 is the thing. So earlier, if you remember, Delhi was 656 and 48 rank, right? Here it's 610 and 816 rank. And then you have the category rank also. Even at 33,497, you'll get into AIIMS Rishikesh at 518 marks, right? Then you get down to, by the way, If you now see the same thing is happening, because obviously I've explained to you that there seems to be a pattern change that happened here, and that is very clearly visible, because at a lesser score also you're getting a better rank and you're getting into the AIIMS of your choice. The next one is AIIMS Bhubaneswar. So what you very clearly notice is at 785 rank open category Bhubaneswar ends, at 1481 OBC ends, at 2259 EWS ends. We're talking of all India rank. At 6034 SC ends, and at 23884 ST ends. At this also the score is 530, so we're dealing with 610 to 530 as a score range across all categories, with 610 being the highest score, for which the lowest score of the last rank that could get you into AIIMS Bhubaneswar in the open category. And if you clearly notice between this rank and this rank, what you'll notice is one more thing, and this you'll notice beyond AIIMS Delhi, you'll notice it across all other AIIMS, that if they don't get AIIMS Delhi, the students are preferring the other colleges, because remember I told you AIIMS Rishikesh is 13th best and AIIMS Delhi is first. So there are 11 colleges in between, and students seem to be preferring those colleges, and some of them might be public institutions or maybe even deemed institutions. But students, if they don't get AIIMS Delhi, don't mind going into some other college than just going with the AIIMS brand name. And which is where between these two there are 130 seats, 130 students who did not prefer to get into this and chose some other college in between, because that's what it seems to be happening here. Then you have AIIMS Jodhpur, where the highest closing rank was 392. Last time it was 374. Again about 18 drop. Score was 623, and OBC was 766 rank. EWS is 1153 rank. SC is 6920 rank, and ST is 7835 rank. This is very clear that there seems to be a gap that's building up. Then for AIIMS Patna, the highest closing rank in the open category was 1939, All India rank. For OBC it was 2705 All India rank. EWS was 3028 All India rank. SC was 17167 All India rank, and ST was 45416 at 506 marks. The highest was 593, the lowest is 506 across all categories for AIIMS Patna. And please, I'm no longer talking of the 23 and 24 because it's meaningless to compare number against number. But you now know the simple thing that as you move up, people are giving up certain scores. At certain scores, they don't mind picking up some other public institution or some other deemed university also, and giving up in AIIMS as you move along. And two, the score between last year and this year seems to be falling dramatically. Like if you now notice here, at 1476, it was 700 score. At 593 also, you could actually get into AIIMS Patna at this level. The next one is AIIMS Bhopal. In AIIMS Bhopal, 654 rank is what you got into for open category, highest closing rank for open category. 1142 for AIIMS Bhopal for OBC, 1582 for EWS, SC is 7030 and ST is 11713. Right, and the score is between 659 and 551, which is about 64 marks difference. And across all categories, you will be able to get into AIIMS Bhopal. Moving further, AIIMS Raipur, 1376 for the open category, highest closing cutoff. OBC was 2016, EWS was 2631, SC is 12231, ST is 22885. And score is between 600 and 531, which is about 69 marks. Right. Now we come to AIIMS Nagpur. The highest closing rank was 1030 for open category. For OBC is 1520. For EWS is 2023. For SC it's 8697. And for ST it's 16192. You come down to the next one, which is AIIMS Mangalagiri. The highest closing rank was 1357. OBC was 2575 for OBC, EWS was 4368 All India rank, SC was 15552 All India rank, and ST was 31007 All India rank. You come to the next one, which is AIIMS Deogarh. 4115 was the highest closing rank. OBC was 4753, EWS was 5523, SC is 36880, ST is 61580, which means 492 marks is what you'll get into AIIMS. Then you come down to AIIMS Gorakhpur, 2602 for the open category, highest closing rank, 3595 for OBC, 3355 for EWS, 31853 for SC, and 46911 for ST. The range is 587 to 5805, which is the 82 marks range is what you're dealing with. Then you come to AIIMS Kalyani, 2417 is the highest closing rank in the open category for AIIMS Kalyani. 4442 is for OBC category. 5254 is for EWS category. SC is 17680 and ST is 58762. Then you come to AIIMS Raebareli. 3736 is for highest closing rank open category, 4282 is for OBC category, 41501 is for EWS category, 34668 for SC category, and ST is 51396. And the range is again 78 marks, 579 for open category, highest closing cutoff, and 501 for the ST category. Then you come to AIIMS BBNagar. 1874 is the open category highest closing cutoff at 594 score. For OBC it's 3464, 580 score. For EWS 4225, 576 score. SC is 17480 at 540 score. And ST is 45033 at 506 score. Then you come down to AIIMS Vijaypur, 3993 for the highest closing rank in the open category at 577 score. OBC is 4335, EWS is 5308, SC is 51471, ST is 43200. And the range is again 577 to 508, which is 69 marks difference. Then you come to AIIMS Vijaypur, 3990 is the highest closing rank in open category for AIIMS Vijaypur. 4335 is OBC category seat, but All India category rank is what we're talking of. EWS is 5308 All India rank, getting into EWS in AIIMS Vijaypur for 2025. 51,470 All India rank for SC category and 43,200 for ST category. Then you get AIIMS Guwahati. 4,420 is the open category highest closing rank. 5,382 is for the OBC category. EWS is 5,873. SC is 32,675 rank and ST is 65,016 rank. AIIMS Bilaspur, 2,788 is the open category highest closing rank. 3,549 for the OBC category. 3,957 is for the EWS category. 30,304 is for the SC category and ST is 41,195. Moving ahead, for AIIMS Rajkot, 3,254 is the highest closing rank in open category. 3,406 is the OBC category. 3,215 is the EWS category. 35,068 is the SC category. And 53,569 is the ST category highest closing rank. You also have the scores here, 582 to 499, which means 83 marks is the difference between the categories also for you to get into AIIMS Rajkot. Then AIIMS Madurai, this is the last of the AIIMS that has come up. 7,140 is the open category highest closing rank at 564 score. OBC is 80,617, 559 score. This came in last, that's why it actually shot up like that. EWS is 12,057, 550. You can actually see this more competitive next year is my opinion. And for SC category is 47,357, 504 rank and 70,969 for 485 marks for ST category. Now just put things in perspective. We actually have 23 lakh students who've taken the test. And we're talking of 70,000. Now, if you look at it very, very closely, because we're talking of merit and those kind of things, look at it closely. At 7,143, at 23 lakh students who've taken the examination, we're dealing with 99.7 percentile. Right? And at ST category, it is 97 percentile. So not much difference. Of course, 2.7 percentile in terms of that numbers would be very, very high. A lot of people will find a lot of angst about it. But the merit is very high. They are the top 3 percentile of the country across all categories. And that is what you must remember. Because there is a lot of conversation about how categories and merit and all work. Listen, we are dealing with the top 3 percentile of the country becoming a doctor, which is very good at AIIMS. You're talking of AIIMS and the top 3 percentile working for you, which is very, very good. But that's the number that you must keep in mind, that at a category level, we're dealing with about 97 percentile to get into it. And at a open category level, we're dealing with 99.5 percentile and above to get into any of the AIIMS. And that is very important for you to understand. So now if you carefully look at this whole thing, in the open category, for AIIMS Delhi, you should be having a rank of 48. Going down to 7,143 for AIIMS Madurai. By the way, I'm again saying this will be very competitive next year. Next year, I do foresee this happening up to 5,000 also. They'll push up because this first came in very last at the fag end and that's why it got itself into that jam. But otherwise, we're dealing with about 4,400 up to the 19th medical college AIIMS that you have in the country. And the score being between 656 and 575. Right? So about 80 marks is what we're dealing with. Up to 575, you're likely to get into an AIIMS, right? I'm just for a moment removing AIIMS Madurai because it came in the fag end and they start admitting students at the fag end, right? The next one, that's for open category, highest closing rank, right? 48 to 4,500. Let's put it that way. For the EWS category, at an All India rank of 254, you end with AIIMS Delhi and 5873. Which is 4,500 for the open category, remember that. So keep that 4,548 rank at the open category and then you'll understand that. This 5873, you'll get it. So up to 5,000, anything more than 6,000, you don't stand a chance is my opinion. Right. Then moving to OBC category, we're dealing with 207 being the highest closing rank to 5,382. Right. And open category is 4,500, remember that. right? Then moving up, the next one is SC category. 644 is the highest closing rank for AIIMS New Delhi. 644, moving down to 47,347 for AIIMS Madurai. Oh, Vijaypur is 51,000. So we're dealing with about 40,000 is what you should be looking at for SC category, and rank score being 504. And for ST category, the highest closing rank for Delhi is 1,405, and then it goes up to 65,000. Right. Coming down to the marks, what you're dealing with is for the open category. We're talking of, like, let's put it the open category. It is at 4,420, which is 4,500 rank and 575 marks, right? Now you go down to the ST category, which is the last one that you have. Open category is 4,500 rank and 575 marks, right? And here we're dealing with in ST category 65,000 rank and 489 marks. So that is what you're dealing with. We're dealing with about less than 500 marks as far as SC ST category is concerned, and about 575 marks plus as far as open category is concerned. A rank of 4,500 for you to get into any of the AIIMS in the open category, going up to about 65,000 rank in the SC ST category for you get into the AIIMS. And that is what you're dealing with. The score margins are very thin here. Remember, 48 is what the highest closes, and then you actually have the next jump, which is very, very high, because based on the medical colleges ranking of the government of India itself, first rank is AIIMS Delhi, and then comes Rishikesh at rank 13, which means there are 11 colleges in between, and you must keep those options also open. And some of them might be public institutions which are in your state also. And it is far better that you choose that particular college, because that's very important. It's not just AIIMS will guarantee you anything, as much as an IIT will not guarantee you anything, and so on and so forth. The important thing for you is what kind of score that you need. You need to be at least 575 marks and above if you're an open category student, and you need to be about 490 marks and above if you're an SC ST category student. And in between, you actually have the other ranges of EWS, OBC, and everything else also. I hope this helps you. If you want me to cover any other medical college of your choice, please write to me here. If you want to talk to any of our counselors, please call us up on the WhatsApp number. One of our counselors will call you up and understand your problem. And most importantly, please do subscribe to Medical360. Thank you so much. Namaste.